Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I don't know if you can see those black clouds behind me, but I got a thunderstorm bearing down on me, so I got to get to work here on the next project. Something I've been hiding from you. Maybe hiding's not the right word. Stick around, I'll show you what I'm up to. So it's not that I've been hiding this, I've just been so busy. It showed up here and I haven't had time to do anything with it. Bought a body for the Kenworth truck. If you've been following along, you know I'm in the middle of building up this truck. I should have that back in the next week or two. They finally got to it over at the shop, so that's all squared away. And I just stumbled upon a deal on a body. I know in the last truck videos a couple weeks ago now, I had mentioned I was probably going to build a body just to save money. Well, stumbled upon this on Facebook. Actually, my buddy sent me the link to it. And honestly, I bought this cheaper than I could have bought the steel to build my own. And what's better than that, excuse me, just had lunch. What's better than that, it is set up perfectly for me. So, long-time viewers remember the International truck that I just sold. I had log bunks like this that I made myself, and when I saw this, it was like, what's it called, deja vu. Somebody had the exact same idea as me, and that's what made me buy this body more than anything. These things are great. I love this system. It works perfect for what I'm doing. So obviously these log bunks just pop out. So on this bed is longer than my last truck, so I can run two separate bunks here, so four sets of uprights. And I'm really excited about this because if you remember, I was originally going to use those real heavy duty log bunks over there that came with the truck, and those are great log bunks and it would have worked okay. I like this system way better because now I can haul lumber with this so easy. I don't need to use a machine to take the log bunks off. I can just, you know, just lift these off, and they're heavy. They're heavier than the ones on the International. This is built right. Somebody built this super heavy duty. But I can pop these off, haul lumber, drop them back in, haul logs. I can flip back and forth real easy. I can leave these cross members in place, and it's built-in blocking for me. So when I'm hauling packs of lumber, I can just drop it right on here. Don't have to haul blocking, don't have to worry about strapping down blocking when I'm coming home empty or whatever the case may be. So this is just a slick setup. When I saw this, I jumped all over it, and then the price, couldn't beat it. So pretty happy about this, pretty excited if you can't tell. It should make a really nice body. It's in really good shape, super heavy built. The only downside is this is 25 foot long, and my truck, I'm going to run a 20-foot body because I have 20 foot of frame rail. I could leave it a little bit longer, but honestly I want to keep it kind of compact because I got to go to a lot of tight spots. It seems like I'm always maneuvering in residential areas, so if I can keep it at 20 foot, that's what I'm going to do, just to make it a little bit more maneuverable. And honestly, that's probably as long as I need. I know at some point I'll probably kick myself and want a couple feet longer, but you know, the trade-off for the maneuverability, I'll take it. So I gotta lay this all out, cut off 5 foot from the end of it. The downside is I do have to move these log bunks because they're not really where I want them, and a few other things. That goofy thing is getting cut off, looks terrible, and I don't need it. And well, I think somebody stole these from a men's room somewhere, so they are probably gonna have to go. That's not my style, sorry. So my plan with this, I got to do the fab work. It probably doesn't, overall it's nice, there's no real rust on it. Probably wouldn't absolutely need it, but since I'm doing some cutting and welding and everything, I'm just going to repaint the whole thing. We're going to put a nice painted body on and new LED lights. We're going to put lights in it. It's going to have to rewire everything just to set it up for my truck. So it's a little bit of a project. It certainly is way better than doing it all from scratch. I'm thrilled I don't have to do that, to be perfectly honest with you, because it's just been a busy summer. I've had a lot of orders come in and I just haven't had a whole lot of time. So today I just backed this up to the shop here. When I got it, it actually came out of West Virginia. Had it delivered here. When I got it, I just threw it on this hay wagon so I'm able to move it around, because it is heavy. I mean, it is heavy built. So today I'm just going to lay this out where I'm going to make my cut. I may do some exploratory cutting on here and see. I want to see how easy these things will come off and see if I can reuse them and see exactly how they have this built behind here, because like I said, I got to move them all, and quite honestly, if it's going to be a huge headache to cut them off, I may just buy steel and just add new ones and leave the old ones sit. But I mean, you can just see this is super heavy. I'm very impressed by how that's constructed. So basically, like I said, there's a thunderstorm coming. I gotta hustle here, but I want to do some exploratory cutting on this because I got to order steel for another unrelated project on Monday, and if I'm ordering steel, I want to make sure I order what I need for this project right away too. Kill two birds with one stone. So this is probably going to get broken into a few videos, maybe. We'll just see, rather than give you 1 hour long saga. But I just want to get a start on this. So let's dig in. So I probably shouldn't tell you guys this, but behind the scenes, after the last shot, I went to change my camera battery, and I don't know what I was doing. I accidentally knocked out the memory card into the grass side of the kiln. Well, it's a half hour later. I just spent a half hour sifting through the grass, looking like a needle in a haystack. I absolutely had to find that memory card because it's got all my footage for the last 3 videos. So there's a little bit of behind the scenes drama. So that's going to hamper how much I get done today. Oh boy. I don't know what it's going to take to lift these bad boys out. What you call a snug fit. Kind of kicking my butt a little bit. Obviously, I know the key is you gotta raise both sides up at the same time, but boy, they are tight. I am probably gonna touch them with the grinder a little bit before I put them back in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that they're tight, that's the way you want them, but this is extreme. I gotta figure out a new attack here. Give me a second. Well, a real productive day. Now I'm interrupted. I'm getting a load of walnut and cherry logs. But I'm certainly not complaining about that. That'll probably be coming up in some future video. That was kind of a trade deal I did, so when I get into sawing that, I'm sure we'll talk about it, but that's not going to be for a little bit. Well, I'm back at it. Another day. Too many distractions yesterday. Just ran out of time. So I thought out about it overnight. Before I break out the heavy equipment and just brute force this thing, I'm going to try a felling wedge. See if I can just drive this up. I have it a little bit cocked now, which isn't helping my cause, but it is tight in there. So let me see if this works. Sometimes you just got to work a little smarter. I'm not as dumb as I look sometimes. That actually worked pretty good, taking those two wedges and just stair-stepping it back and forth, getting it out of there. So it was tight. It was really tight in there. Definitely gonna have to nibble a little bit off of here. I mean, I want it tight, but not that tight. So now, and oh, by the way, I've said this before, it pays to have all kinds of scrap blocks of wood around. Definitely helped in this case. Now I gotta do some exploratory cutting, cut this thing off and see exactly how this is put together. This is obviously a really heavy plate here, but can't tell exactly how they have this done in the back. So since this is getting axed off here anyway, it's not gonna hurt me to just cut that stake pocket off, kind of dissect it a little bit, see how it's put together, see if it's gonna be easier for me to just reuse this or just buy steel and build another one. Challenge number 2. Well, what do we think? How many hits is it going to take? Let's find out how strong I'm feeling. That wasn't too bad. Sorry, I guess I don't need to yell at you guys. The earmuffs. Let's see what we're working with here. All right, so an executive decision has been made. That's what I'm working with there, a pretty hefty chunk. I think, got out the paint marker and the tape measure, did some measuring. Bed's gonna get cut off right about here, give or take an inch or two. That's gonna go about there. That means this one can stay here. Means this one gets moved to here, and that one can stay. So that's 1, 2, 3 that I'd have to cut off and re-weld on, and that's at least 3 hours work. And I gouged here. that doesn't matter because this is getting cut off, but I don't really want to do that on the part of the truck body that's going to be left. So I think for 3 hours labor, it's going to be well worth my time just to buy some steel like this and just build new ones. So since I'm ordering steel anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So at least I got a plan laid out now. You guys know what I'm up to with this. If you can't tell, I'm actually pretty excited. I like doing stuff like this. You know, sometimes the wood gets a little boring doing it day in and day out, so I don't mind a little metal fab work. So I'm gonna get some steel ordered. I actually got to get out of here right now and go make a delivery of some lumber. So the next video, because I'm gonna have to split this into 2 parts, we're gonna get too long and I'll forget where I'm at till the steel comes in. But next video, part 2 of this deal, I'm gonna crawl under there, cut the inside frame, cut across here, get rid of about 5 foot of this, and weld in a new back, new stake pockets, all that stuff. Dress it up, throw some paint on her, get her ready to roll. So that's all going to be part 2. So stick around. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, follow along with me, and we're going to get this thing looking real good. Good as new. We're going to put it on the truck. It's going to be sweet. So make sure you follow along. It'll be a fun project. For right now, you're just going to have to wait till part 2. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.